Hey guys, welcome to our Wednesday edition of the Advanced Live class at Tae Kwon. I am Master Jansen. Good news is here locally in Jupiter, local pools, private pools are starting to open up in a limited fashion. I think they're doing some parks. I'm not sure about the beaches yet, but at least we're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel of all this craziness. So hopefully that means that we'll be able to welcome students back through our doors rather sooner rather than later. Let's keep our fingers crossed because I can't wait to have you guys back here in person. This has been a real crazy time, and we're doing our best to try to make sure that everyone stays engaged and gets their practice in. I hope you guys are doing the same, making sure that you're keeping up with your curriculum. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Ready? Today, cookie, yeah, yeah. Sabum ke, yeah. To be. Let's start with jumping jacks. Count after me. Ready? And begin. And up. Good. Seven. Yeah. That's it. Yase. Ilgo. Yodor. Oh. Your. Bounce in place. Forward and back. Side to side. Seize that. Crisscross. And stop. Hands in your waist. Look up. Look down. To your left. Look to your right. Swing down. Swing down. And rotate. Hana. Dos. Set. Reverse. Hana. Dos. Set. Arms up. Shoulder rotations forward. Hana. Dos. Set. Net. Das. Yas. Ego. Yeron. Aho. Yo. Reverse. Hana. Dos. Set. Net. That's it. Yasi. Ilgo. Yeron. Aho. Yo. Pull across. And switch. Hands in your waist, hip rotations. Una, dos, set, net, dasi, ilgo, yarol, aho, yo, reverse, una, dos, set, net, dasi, ilgo, yarol, lose your balance. Aho, yo, feet together, hands above your knees. Una, dos, set, net, dasi, ilgo, yarol, aho, yo, reverse, you count. I can't hear you. I know it's impossible. Aho, yo, nice right feet. Heels in, sumo stretch. Push with your right. Pull with your left. Twist. Don't just lean forward. Wring yourself out like a towel while you sit. Switch. Elbows. Straighten your legs. Hands on the floor. Go to your left. Go to your right. Bend your left knee. Get your hip as far away from your heel as you can. Push your knee out. Switch. Left knee down. Straighten your right leg. Get as far away from your left leg as you can. Switch. Middle. Walk it in. Grab your toes. Bend your knees. Stand up. Check it out. Set it. Three. Kick stands. Go. Say hop. Knee inside to out. Rotations. We'll do it 10 times. And then switch feet. Do it on the other side. Ready? And up. 둘. 셋. 넷. 다섯. 여섯. 일곱. 여덟. 아홉. and 열. Switch feet. 하. 하나. 둘. 셋. 넷. 다섯. 여섯. 일곱. 여덟. 아홉. and 열. Switch feet. 하. Outside to in. and 하나. 둘. 셋. 넷. 다섯. 여섯. 일곱. 여덟. 아홉. 열. Switch feet. 하. 하나. 둘. 셋. 넷. 다섯. 여섯. 일곱. 여덟. 아홉. and 열. 바로. 셋. and jump. Check it out. Alrighty. Last time we discussed basic punches, the jab, the cross, front hook, back hook. Just to give an introduction to proper punching technique and more modern style of punches. We're going to get back to some leg work today and work on our kicks, control, make sure we're not doing any extra footwork, giving away our kicks. Well, let's have a good workout. Make sure that we're not sacrificing form for speed or that we're trying to muscle up some power, because remember, it doesn't come from the actual leg. It comes from your entire body, especially your core, the twisting motions. All of those put together, okay? All right. Let me move Bob up a little closer. Let's start nice and easy. We're going to go right, left, in place, front step kicks. Boom, step back, boom, like this. Just to warm up, nice and easy. Let's get the snapping motion and make sure that you're picking your knee up above belt height. Ready? We'll do 10 times. That's 2 kicks is 1. Ready? And ha, 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 good, ha, ha, se, ha, ha, ne, ha, ha, dase, ha, ha, yase, ha, ha, ilgo, ha, ha, yador, ha, ha, aho, ha, ha, and your, ha, ha, roll, shake it out, 10 times, nice, easy, roundhouse kicks, just to finish your warm up. Remember, don't go too fast, don't be too hard on your hamstrings, don't pull a muscle when we're trying to make sure that we're just completely warmed up, okay? Balance in place, don't worry about being super fast, let's just have good form, good kicks, good balance, and good footwork. Ready? 10 times. Ah! Ha! Good! Ha! Se! Ha! Ne! Ha! Dase! Ha! Yase! Ha! Ilgo! Ha! Yador! Ha! Ao! Ha! And yo! Ha! Retreat! Ha! Other side. Ready? Ra! Ha! Dur! Ha! Se! Ha! Ne! Ha! Dase! Ha! Yase! Ha! Ilgo! Ha! Yador! Ha! Aho! Ha! And last one. Your. Ha! Oh. All right. I hope everyone is fully warmed up. Let's talk about center drill. Center drill is the drill we all love to hate. Depending on who your partner is, when you do this, it can be a lot of fun. Or if your partner is bad timing, or if you're in a rush and you're not keeping up with your partner, might not be all that fun. But since we're all doing this kind of on our own, it's up to you to make sure that your rhythm is right, that your footwork is right, and that your kicking form is right. So to review, center drill is like a waltz. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay? So make sure you don't get ahead of yourself. Don't sacrifice a good kick for something sloppy just to go a little faster, because that's how we start developing bad habits and how we start causing little injuries that add up over time. So let me see if I can position him a little bit more forward just to give you a better angle. So let's try, let's do this 10 times, okay? And let's see if we can stay together. If you want to go faster, go faster. If you want to go super fast and you can keep the form and good footwork, that's awesome. Just do your best. If you have trouble, because maybe you haven't done this in a while, remember, don't get frustrated. Just get better. Keep trying. Try to figure out what it is that's going wrong. If you have to reset, that's fine. Just keep trying. Don't give up. Ready? Now I'm going to start with my left foot, your right foot, just to review. So 10 times is, so both sides is 1. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's 1. Every time we come back to the right foot. Okay? Bounce. Ready? Do your best. And ha! Ha! Two! Ha! Ha! Set! Ha! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Ha! That's it! Ha! Ha! That's it! Ha! Ha! Eagle! Ha! Ha! Get on it! Ha! Ha! Oh! Ha! Ha! Yo! Ha! Ha! How'd you do? Did you have good footwork? Good balance? Was it fun? Should have got your heart rate up a bit. And it should have been challenging. I find it harder to do it correctly when you don't have the feedback of a partner's chest here to keep you on rhythm. All right. Now, let's talk about a little extra speed, a little extra power. How can we do that with limited space at home? If you don't want to go in the garage, you don't want to go in the backyard, you're in a room that has a little space, sideways, but a lot of space, long ways, you could keep going in rotations. Because really, your pivot leg doesn't have to move too much. So if we're going to practice roundhouse kicks and try to work on speed, we can do a fast kick. Well, excuse me, not the fast kick. We can try to do a speedy kick. So a kick with a lot of speed. And once we put it down, ha! We can face the other direction. Ha! So it doesn't take that much room. Left and right. So that way we can do the same leg without that much room. Let's try 10 roundhouse kicks. I'll start with my left. You start with your right. Try to do really fast. Good kick. Come down with good balance and bounce. So at the end, ha! You put it down. You're facing the other direction. You're not falling over. Notice I came right now, and I was in good balance immediately. Okay? So each kick is going to count as 1. We're not going to do a 2 count. So see how fast you can get that kick out and maintain good balance like you're going to work on the combination. Ready? And ha! Ha! Good! Ha! Set! Ha! Ne! Ha! That's it! Ha! Yes it! Ha! Ilgo! Ha! Yador! Ha! Aho! Ha! And your ha! Sufi. Notice my right foot stayed in place. It didn't move an inch. So I'm doing an aggressive, quick kick. But since my foot didn't move, I was able to really maximize my space, but still get an intense exercise and still really try to bring out my best speed that I have right now. All right, my right, your left. Now that you got the idea, let's see if you can loosen up a little bit more. Get a little more speed. Chamber, turn, be balanced. Ready? Bounce. And ha, ha, good. Ha, set, ha, ne, ha, dase, ha, yase, ha, ilgo, ha, yalor, ha, hold, ha, and your, ha, oh, whew. How'd that feel? That's a really good way to work on your pivot, speed, explosive motion, all at the same time with a very limited amount of workspace. So I know we're all trying to find the best way to make use of the space that we have. And I have this empty school behind me, but I'm always trying to stay aware that you guys, a lot of you, don't have that much room to work with. And I'm trying to be cognizant of that at all times so that whatever we're doing here doesn't push too much of the limits of what you have to work with either. Okay, so taking the same idea, this time we are going to do the fast kick, all right? But this time we're going to do both feet in different directions because this kick does take up a little more room. We need to be able to just alternate the kick so we can maximize our space again, maximize our ability to bring out the most we have for this kick, but really be aware that it's not going to take up that much space. So for this exercise, we're just going to stay almost in place. Ha! Ha! So I'm right back to where I started. I'm only taking up this much room. Coming down with good balance every time, staying in control, always thinking about a combination. What's going to come next? So that when I come down, I have kind of a plan so that my body's ready for that next kick. Even though I know we're only doing one kick, it's always good to keep in mind that any type of kicking practice is still sparring practice. So we exercise our mind, our imagination, so we can get the most out of even just a single kick exercise. All right, ready? Bounce. We're going to do this 10 times, but 1, 1, 2, 2. So this is going to be a 2 count, but we're doing both legs. That's why. All right, ready? And ha, ha, good, ha, set, ha, ne, ha, dashi, ha, yase, ha. Make sure you're doing good footwork. Wait a minute. Was I counting each one? Oh, brain fart. Let's start over. That's right. You're being punished because I wasn't paying attention. Let's try again. Ready? My bad. Ready? And ha, 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 good, ha, ha, set, ha, ha, Yase! Ha! Ha! Eagle! Ha! Ha! Yador! Ha! Ha! Aho! Ha! Ha! And yo! Ha! Ha! And oh! Whew! Ah! That was extra hard since I was counting wrong in the beginning. I do apologize. All right. Keeping in mind, same idea, we're gonna do cut kick. So, again, right, left, maximizing the amount of space that we use or that we have available to us. And if you have a really narrow space, this can really, really help make sure that you're moving in a good straight line. Because if you deviate, you're going to run out of room. So make sure you're staying on the same line and make sure you're doing everything properly and not just trying to do anything. Try to do everything the right way, okay? So cut kick, same idea. We're going to pick our foot up and just poke it out. Ha! Then come back. Ha! Just like that. Okay? Same count. And up. Do it. Set. So on and so forth. Make sure you pick your knee up. Make sure you have good balance. Remember, don't worry about trying to kick super hard. Let's just make sure we're picking our knee up, having good footwork, good balance, and a nice quick motion so that we can, when we're not working with a partner, we can't really work on timing. Timing is the most difficult part of the cut kick. But if we can work on everything else when it comes time to get back with a partner, then everything is already there. We just have to figure out when's the proper distance to throw it, okay? Bounce. And ha! 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 Good. Ha! Ha! Set. Ha! Ha! Neck. Ha! Ha! That's it. Ha! Ha! Yes it. Ha! Ha! Eagle. Ha! Ha! Yador. Ha! Ha! Oh! Ha! Ha! And your ha! Ha! Oh! Check it out. So you notice I'm not really moving very much left, your right, or your left, my right. I'm really staying pretty stationary, but I'm still doing the full motion and trying to get the most out of every single kick. Okay. Let's talk about hook kick. Not the spinning hook kick. We'll do a front leg hook kick first today. A lot of my students, actually, this is coming up to a blue belt level, so we haven't really discussed this yet. During this break, at the beginning of this break, which is very sad to me, I should have been minting my first blue belts, and I was so excited to do that. But, we had to put that on pause. That's okay. We'll get it back. So the hook kick used to be primarily, actually it used to be just a face kick. Now, in today's sparring, they're using it a lot as kind of a whip around chest kick for a quick, easy, dirty point, which is great because learning it at chest height first makes it a lot easier to try to bring out a better kick when you try to go to the head level, okay? So the way I like to teach this first is exactly the way that we talk about the side kick at the white belt level and also the yellow belt level. So remember our side kick, we step behind, pick our knee up, right? And push. Push. And when you guys were learning this, we talked an awful lot about having to do a straight kick. Because a side kick is a straight kick. Now, for a hook kick, when you are doing it off the straight line, that is where we start with the hook kick. So instead of a straight line, this way, now we're going to go off just a little bit and then hook our foot around and kind of whip it, okay? So we're going to step up. Instead of pushing straight, I'm going to push offline just a little bit, probably around 11 o'clock. If this is 12, I'm going to go about 11 o'clock, and then I'm going to hook my leg around. So kicking offline, and then hook. Ha! 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 Just like that. Okay, so we're going to start exactly like the white and yellow belt side kick. When we do the hooking motion, I want you to try to turn your shoulder away and hook. Okay? Actually, let's just work on that part because you know the side kick. I'm not worried about that part. I would expect that's going to be really easy for you at this point. So let's skip ahead and kick off center, kick down. And once we're here, now our foot isn't going to be flat on this. We're going to point our toes because we hit mainly with the bottom. Now the most painful part we hit with is the heel. But we do slap with the whole bottom of the foot. So we're going to kick off center, point your toes, and then turn our hip down, turn a hip, turn, and then kick yourself in the bum. Okay? So kick and whip. Kick and whip. So come across and whip. So draw a little bit of a circle. Okay? Let's do that 10 times. And we'll switch feet and do it on the other side. I'm going to start with my left, your right. So let's skip ahead. Go ahead, step. Make sure your heel is pointed at your target. Pick your knee up. Remember, off center, point your toes. Off, swing, hook. Off, swing, hook. 10 times. Ready? And 1, 2, 3. That's 1. 1, 2, 3. That's 2. 1, 2, 3. That's 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 4. 1, 2, 3. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3. That's 8. 1, 2, 3. That's 9. 1, 2, 3. That's 10. Switch feet. Other side. This time we'll count in Korean just to keep it real. Ready? And 하나, 둘, 셋. 하나, 하나, 둘, 셋. 둘, 하나, 둘, 셋. 셋. 하나, 둘, 셋. 넷. Let me put my foot the right way. 하나, 둘, 셋. 다섯. 하나, 둘, 셋. 여섯. 하나, 둘, 셋. 일곱. 하나, 둘, 셋. 여덟. 하나, 둘, 셋. 아홉. 하나, 둘, 셋. Is that 아홉? Excuse me. 하나, 둘, 셋. And your. Let's try again. Let's make it a nice fluid motion instead of by the numbers. We're just going to go around, stir the pot, and straight. So shoot it out and whip. Okay? So out and around. This way. Ready? 10 times. And 하나, 하, 둘, 하, 셋, 하, 넷, 하, 다섯, 하, 여섯, 하, 일곱, 하, 여덟, 하, 아홉, 하, and 열, 하. Switch feet. Ready? And 하나, 하, 둘, 하, 셋, 하, 넷, 하, 다섯, 하, 여섯, 하, 일곱, 하. Scoot back a little bit. 여덟, 하, 아홉, 하, and 열, 하, and switch feet. Now, let's try to put this together for one kick. We'll try 5 times each side. Same basic footwork as the white yellow belt side kick, which is a walking crossover side kick. For the majority of you, you're probably just learning this, so don't go fast. Relax. Feel the motion. Try to get the right body timing. Make everything move at the right time, in the right order, so you can learn how it's supposed to feel. So when we can get back to sparring, this is another tool in your toolbox that you can pull out anytime the time is right. Okay? All right, so I'm going to start with my left foot back, your right foot. We're going to go belt height, so chest to your height. Think about trying to slap the front of your partner's chest here. All right, 5 times. Ready? And 하나, 하, 둘, 하. Go to a little angle just for you. 셋, 하, 넷, 하, 다섯, 하. Switch feet. Ha! I'll do a couple straight towards you and then change the angle for your benefit visually. Ready? And up. Ha! 둘. Ha! 셋. And dase. Ha! Oh. So that was a brief introduction to the hook kick. Since we brought that out, we'll work on that a little bit more going forward. So that's another tool for your toolbox. Remember, we have to practice all of our different kicks. Use all of our different tools so we can stay familiar with them. Don't just practice your favorite ones and the ones that you think you're good at. Let's make sure that we reach in that toolbox and we pull out all of our tools to make sure that we can stay up to date, fresh, and comfortable using each and every one. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today. I hope that you enjoyed the class. I hope you enjoyed the little concept of maximizing your space for what could still be a very productive and intense workout. Again, if you guys ever have any questions, if you have any recommendations or requests, please put them in the comments because I will look and I will answer. And if it's a good suggestion, I'll take that ball and I'll run with it. Thank you again for joining us on Facebook. Thank you again for joining us on YouTube and Zoom. We will do this again on Friday. Not this exact class, but we'll do the same bat time, same bat channel. And of course, we'll try to make it as entertaining and as good of a workout as we possibly can. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, if you ever have problems with anything, don't get frustrated, just get better. Keep trying, keep trying. Eventually, you're going to get it. It's always hard until it isn't. Today, and cookie, diet, create. Sabu, nimke, create. We'll see you on Friday. Thanks for joining us, guys. Bye.